I'm excited to share with you what I have deemed the essentials for travel in India. This is coming from someone who is a long-time traveler, but a first-time traveler in India specifically. And these are the things that I got in advance that have helped me out so much. Here we are, 10 days into a 15-day trip, and I'm so excited to share with you the things that I've gotten, how they work, so that you can be better prepared for your trip to India. Let's get to it. I got the travel in. So it's, instead of dealing with diarrhea after it happens, I'm like, I don't even want that life experience while I'm in India. So what you do is you have one of these before every meal. It doesn't say how far in advance to have it, but as long as you have one before every meal, I will say that as long as I was consistent with having one before a meal, I would have like 2 meals a day. I got the 30 pack. So I'm like, that'll last me 2 weeks, right? If I have 2 a day. And it was working for me. But then there came a time where I was like, oh shoot, I would forget to take them, and I would take them after I had a meal. I'm like, does that count? And I will say, I have not had horrible diarrhea, TMI, but I've had it a little bit. But it was on the days when I freaking had this too late, where I had it after the fact. So that leads me to believe that they work. So for that reason, I recommend. Okay, this charger has been a game changer. You just need to be aware of how to turn it on and off. I believe you press it once for on, 2 times for off. If you get that confused, then guess what? It's gonna die on you. But there's also a stand that I don't really care about, but I do like that it's magnetic. I can keep my case on. It's a heavy duty OtterBox and it'll stick, and I can even use my phone while it's charging. I will say with normal use, it's kind of like breaking a bit up here, whoops. But it was like $22. So these things used to be like $100, I remember. So, for the price and for the fact that it works, I do need to make sure if you're out for an entire day, you're going to need to, it's not going to last you multiple days. It'll last you 1 day, but if you're responsible with your charging and don't forget to like turn it on and off correctly, then you're going to be in a good spot. I got a 30 pack of JETZONE, and this is supposed to keep you from being jet lagged. So, okay, I had a leg where I was going from the US to London to India, and now I'm still in India. So I'm not taking this on flights in between India, because as far as I'm concerned, it's like, are you really gonna get jet lagged if you go from Atlanta to New York? Probably not, right? So what you wanna do is take one of these pills within an hour or 2 of takeoff before you're on the plane. And then you wanna take it, and you take it with food, by the way, and then you take it every hour or 2 that you're in the air. But if you fall asleep, they say, don't worry, just take up where you left off when you're already in the air. So it's nice that they have that caveat, because I'm like, oh my God, I want to sleep or try to sleep on the plane. And then you want to take it within 1 hour of landing. And so I was very diligent about this on treating my leg to London as a full flight, doing that whole process, and then also following it up again on the long ass flight to India from London. So I have experience doing this in 2 8-hour stretches roughly. And as far as I'm concerned, it does work. I don't know what else could have contributed to me not really having that experience where I needed to sleep all day. I will say there were times when I felt like, oh, I could go to sleep at 7 p.m. and that was a good idea for me. But in terms of having the debilitating jet lag, I am looking forward to trying this again on the way back, because I know in my experience, sometimes going back can really hit hard. But in my experience of going to a place, I haven't totally, knock on wood, like crashed out or anything. So for that reason, I recommend it. This is the iVolar laptop stand. I was missing my, the teardrop one, M Designs. And this one is just as good, but it's portable. So they have a bunch of different options here. I usually have it on the lower end. I don't like it to be too high. And then you simply flip it down, put it together here. You'll notice the anti-slip grip. And it used to come with a little carrying case, but I lost that. So I just plop it in my carry-on bag. And this thing, so simple. Then you put it out here again. And let's see, oh my gosh. Then you just have to make sure they're both on the same page. So I like to have it on like the 2nd or 3rd one. So right now it's on the 3rd one. And yeah, you just put the laptop in like so. I'm recording on my laptop, so sorry I can't show you, but I'm recommending this. I even use it when I'm not traveling. This is the Nap Fun Travel Pillow. Fun name, first of all. And getting it in here isn't too hard. I like that I can just put it on my backpack on the outside when I'm traveling. And I do like that it's protected because, you know, I don't want it touching all these random things and then being so close to my face. And I also like, you know, something, let's see. So you put it together like this. It has neck support as well, chin support. So I don't know about you, but usually I'm flopping all over the place, but this keeps it pretty steady. I will say there were times when I felt like, oh, you know, like when I was going too far forward. So if you're intentionally leaning back, then I think it works out. And yeah, compared to one that I had before that was like half the height, that wasn't really offering any support except for feeling some foam when my head was flopping around. This is something that I would recommend for travel. This is the JETZONE USA to India adapter. So this fits into India. And then this is how on the top, there's so many different outlets, the sides too, but you know, this one seems to be the most straightforward where I've been plugging in my laptop. And then I love that I have an iPhone 16 and you know how it's different. We don't even use these things anymore. I can just put in whatever this is called. Is it a USB-C or something? I just put this directly into my phone, which is, I'm so glad I don't need to have one of these things or an adapter for it. It's just, it makes life easier. So yeah, I have not had, and then what I think is cool is, yeah, there are just so many different things that you can plug in. I don't even know what this one's for, but maybe, hold on, could I plug this in? No. So yeah, you want to stick with on the top for America stuff. Maybe this is a different country. But anyway, I would recommend it. It's been doing the job. These are the Alukai Ahana women's beach sandals. I got them in black and I personally colored in the white emblem with the Sharpie because I didn't want it to stand out. These are the most comfortable flip-flops. So there's kind of like a memory foam, your feet form to them. There's some grip on the bottom, which is very important for if you're running around and if you're on uneven terrain, you don't want to slip, right? And I love that these are so packable. They become very condensed. I can fit them in any bag, even if you're doing carry-on only, and they go with everything. And you know, they're no nonsense, durable. I walk miles in these things. So if you're looking for a travel sandal, then I do recommend these. These are the Altocus women's knit ballet flats in green, although they look more turquoise. I like that they have a pointed toe. You're not getting any arch support, but if you're traveling, there's easy packability. So I wanted something going to India where I could wear something with my kurta, my 2-set, that wasn't a flip-flop and that wasn't a tennis shoe. So these fit the bill. I did also wear it on a tour, an all-day tour, 8 hours. I think I lasted about 5 hours and I was like, ooh, it was a little constricting in the toe bed. And I was like, I gotta put on my flip-flops and let my what do you call them, my tootsies be free. But you know, for serving the purpose of being easy to pack and looking cute, I do recommend these. I'm wearing the Athmile women's oversized t-shirt in gray for my travels in India, where you don't really want to be too form-fitting, and it is true to size, nice and oversized. And I do like that it has the arm cuff. On the model, it does look a little more oversized than it does on me. It's not the most like flattering, but I think that's the point. When I'm wearing this, there are way fewer people that come up to me and approach me in India specifically. So if you would like to be a little more invisible during your travels, then this fits the bill and it's nice and airy. If it's hot, then, you know, there's a good amount of airflow. And if it's a little cooler, then you do have the oversized sleeves. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Great for travel. Is that cashmere? That's a real question I was asked while wearing this thing. And it does kind of pill a little bit like a cashmere would. And comparing it to an authentic cashmere sweater that I have, I'm like, ooh, like it feels like it and it looks like it. And I didn't actually answer that question directly. I just said, I got it on Amazon and I got it in black, and it's been great for travel because when it gets cold, you can kind of, and if you're going to a temple or something, you kind of cover up with this. Or, you know, I don't pack it in my bag. I typically will throw it on, even if it's summer weather like it is here in India right now. Doesn't matter. It doesn't take up a lot of space and can keep you warm or cover you up when it's necessary. And I can also see myself wearing this on a night out in New York. I got these sandals yoga pants in the 21-inch inseam. but I think they're only available in 30 now. They're so easy to travel in, very elastic, high-waisted. And the key with these is they're not form-fitting, because I didn't want to have super tight-fitting clothes in India for breathability and for not attracting too much attention. And these fit the bill. It's summer months right now, but if you get them in the 30-inch, then you could probably roll them up or hem them, because I do think this 21-inch is a good place to be. I got the Pavoli Huggy earring 2-pack. I'm wearing them in gold right now, and they're very lightweight. I can't handle a lot of weight on my ears, and I'll just kind of show you. You know, it's curved like this. If you have uneven holes in your ears, it's not really going to show, right? And this is perfect for travel in India, for example, where you don't want to be like too glitzy, but you want to have a little bit of polish. I'm wearing them in gold right now, and here they are in silver, just a nice understated piece, really easy for travel when you don't want to be too glitzy, but you want to have a little something. Super comfortable, lightweight, I recommend. This Dayatet fanny pack is really awesome. So there is something right here. My phone fits in here. And then we have a front compartment where I keep some cash and I keep my passport. And then I'll put additional things in this bigger compartment. I want to go ahead and show you putting it on. So I didn't adjust it how it came. It sits right here. There is some pilling, I will say, but I've been wearing this every day on my travels, and you know, it keeps things really accessible. And when I'm wearing a big scarf, then it's totally covered. And I like how it kind of cinches me at the waist a little. So, you know, I would recommend. This has been a good find. This is the Travel Pro backpack that I've had for several years, that when I do carry-on item only, personal item only, this is what I'm packing. And it's half packed right now. I'm not unpacking it for you, sorry. And I'm just going to show you. There's like magnetic closure for this. You know, I put pads in there because I'm like, it won't fall out. And this, I'm glad that newer versions don't have this, because it makes no sense. I don't even understand how this is supposed to charge. But there's so many compartments, and I like that you can put a lock on the zippers. And these compartments, I used to put water bottles here, but they would always fall out. So now I just zip them all the way up, and I'll put like my makeup or chargers in here. And I always have this packed to the brim where I'm like, is it gonna break? And it doesn't. I really appreciate this padding. It really comes in handy when you just have all your stuff in one backpack and it's kind of heavy. And it is amazing to me that the stitching and the padding, it's just what you need if you're traveling light, but not really, because it's all in one backpack. And I do like that this is padded. It's a compartment for your laptop. You could put it in as is, Freebird, or I like to also have it in another padded case. And let's see, in here we have another compartment, you can't even really see, in here that I put books in and stuff. And right now you can see that I use this, so in addition to there being a place where you can put a lock here, you can also put it directly here. So I have a carabiner where I'll clip on some things, and I really can't recommend this enough. It's a durable backpack for life. This is the Zomake travel backpack that I've had for 7 years, people. So I like to attach it to the outside of my travel backpack as backup. And look, you can even use these compartments while it's all zipped up, but let's go ahead and show you how this is a convertible situation. So yeah, see, you unfold it and it has a good amount, and then you still have this, and then you have another compartment when you zip that up. It's not the cutest. It says Field Conquer 35 liters, whatever, who cares? And then you have a lot of straps in the back, which is nice. You can actually have it strap on your chest, which will reinforce it. And then of course you have this hook still, room for your water bottle, and then some space inside with some additional pockets. It's really such, you know, and it's held up pretty well considering, right? It's been through a fair amount. I've taken it on probably at least a dozen trips in the past 7 years. And yeah, another little thing here if you want to put a carabiner. And the zippers have stood the test of time. They're all still working functionally pretty stiff. The zippers, it matters, right? If the zipper's working. And yeah, I don't know why that's a different color, but it is. And adjustable straps, which is important. So, you know, you can't go wrong with this backpack. I recommend it for travel. And there you have it. Those are your India travel essentials. If there's anything that you think I missed that you've tried, go ahead and put it down in the comments. Or if you have questions about existing products, I also want you to know that I made an Amazon list where you can go ahead, and they are affiliate links. So I would get a very small kickback if you do buy through those links. So go ahead and check those out for yourself. And I'm wishing you such a happy, fun travel experience.